the war with Facebook and YouTube and Amazon. It's been over, but here's some where we're actually having to draw the lawsuit. I'm having to create a lawsuit myself. I don't trust the lawyers. The lawyers are bums. They're losers. And after 2020, I know a lot of you know my personal beef with Zuckerberg and Bezos is over with. Like I said I wanted no more violence, no more anger. So I'm going to try to treat this as an enjoyable thing. It's going to be B2B, business to business battle. I think anybody that considers herself an entrepreneur or a business person, you'd better be ready for this. And it's something I don't like. Sometimes I just feel like it's something that you can't do without an attorney, especially if you're low income. You can forget it. These attorneys are going to cost you like $2 to $5 grand just to even look at it, and then they deal with it, and then they throw them money out the back door. A lot of times they'll just run off with your idea. You tell them you've got a case, and they'll give it to one of the rich kids. They're not actually gonna run the case for you. They're gonna take your case and take your money, and that's been my experience. I've had to go through the ringer, and Mississippi is about as corrupt as it gets as far as the legal system. They'll lock you in prison for 25 years over a gram of meth, but they'll bust you every chance they get, for a little petty shit. Suspend your license for 6 years for a pack of rolling papers. No weed, no nothing. Paraphernalia, 6 months suspension of your license. So good luck getting to work with that pack of papers. I fought it. As you know, I'm a convicted felon. I've tried to get the felonies expunged. It's been about 10 years since I had that. And I've got this stuff. Supposedly, these are your liberals. Your ACLUs, your, abortion in every kitchen, rainbow team. Not that there's anything wrong with that, These are your free legal resources. Unless otherwise indicated, the organizations listed below provide services to people throughout Mississippi. None of the organizations represent individuals in criminal proceedings. So if you're in criminal, you're a crook, they're not going to help you. These are supposed to be, I guess, for civil. For more information on how to access the legal help, contact Mississippi Access to Justice Commission at 601-960-9581 or visit msatjc.org. That is msatjc.org. By the way, I'll try to put those links in the bottom. Mississippi Access to Justice provides overarching, unifying support for the legal system in Mississippi. So we start with the ACLU. This is one of the first ones on here. I'm sure you've heard of these. I think it's the American Civil Liberties Union. I wasn't aware we had any of those down here. Maybe in San Francisco or something like that. You might see something like that. But the American Civil Liberties Union of Mississippi is dedicated to promoting, defending, and extending civil liberties to all Mississippians, with an emphasis on issues related to criminal justice reform, equality, and freedom of speech and expression. The ACLU of Mississippi accomplishes its mission through legislation, litigation, and advocacy. To learn more about the ACLU of Mississippi, call 601-354-3408 or visit aclu-ms.org. So Yeah, I don't know if you're aware, but I think it was the ACLU. We had a girl in Fulton, Mississippi, where I went to school and college there, and uh, she was gay. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but it got on the national news. The only time, so I think it was the ACLU, they got her at a huge lawsuit, huge money. She got a ton of money, and they about ruined the school over it because they said, well, we're not going to allow gays up here, and they canceled the prom because she wanted to take her girlfriend, I guess, to the prom, and that's why they got involved. And so if you're one of those kind of people, you got to check them out, and otherwise they'll just walk all over you. All right, the next one we've got the Catholic Charities. And believe it or not, the Catholics do a lot in the community. Good stuff. The Diocese of Jackson, Mississippi, is a domestic violence legal assistance clinic. And it provides support and legal representation to victims of domestic violence, sexual assault, and stalking in Hinds, Rankin, and Madison counties. If that sounds like you, if you're having trouble, male or female, because sometimes males they they get abused, you're going to want to call 601-366-0222 or visit www.catholiccharitiesjackson.org. And pretty much what that's going to do is going to get you squared away. We've got one more down here. This is Mission First. Transformation in Motion. Mission First Legal Aid Office is a nonprofit legal organization dedicated to providing assistance to eligible people who live in households with an annual income at or below 200% of the federal poverty guidelines and reside in Hinds, Madison, and Rankin counties. Now that's the bummer. Some of these you either got to be in Hinds, Madison, and Rankin. That's where Jackson is. That's the capital of Mississippi. There's 83 counties. So if you're in the other 80 counties, I don't know what you're going to do. It's worth giving them a call. You can check out my felony video where I actually called lawyers, and you'll see how it goes. Pretty much the organization assists with paternity, custody, child support, visitation, estate planning, probate, heirship property, emancipation, expungement, guardianship, conservatorship, name change, birth certificate correction, transfer of real property, adoption, tax, housing, landlord-tenant issues, bad credit issues, government benefits, and employment. So hey, Mad Max, hookers, yeah, hey, get better with age. I don't know. I think they get better when they get younger. Wink, wink. Sorry, that's a real pig dog thing to say, but I'm just joking with you. Like I said, hell, the legal age right now is 18. I said, Jesus Christ. They'd have been through the whole ball team, and Disney too. Anyway, if you want to call these people, their number is 601-608-0056, and you can check them out at missionfirst.org/legal aid. I'm going to try to help you guys through this process, and gals too. Like I said, we're writing our own lawsuit. I haven't been able to log into my Facebook for over a year now. There's 19 pages. That's 20 years of downtime. And by the way, we're going to show you how to do this lawsuit. That way, I've done a lot of the homework for you, and we'll see if it works. No, we're just getting warmed up. These people, I've got Super Chat. If you want to donate. I'm really running low on money, so I decided since I fixed live streaming, we're going to run it for an hour if we can, see how much money we can draw in. All right, Mississippi Center for Justice. Mississippi Center for Justice, or the MCJ, is a not-profit public interest law firm committed to advancing racial and economic justice. The organization provides free legal representation in the following areas: foreclosure prevention. If you're getting foreclosed on, you'd better get in touch. BP oil claims from the oil thing. HIV/AIDS employment. And, like I said, don't forget to put your AIDS blood in the ketchup at Burger King. Just don't tell them I told you to do it. Housing discrimination, fair housing, expungement, education discipline, special education, and limited heirship matters. MCJ does policy work and advocacy in the areas of access to health care, educational opportunity, and access to fair and affordable housing, access to fair credit and disaster response. So pretty much, if your house, gets blown away by a tornado, or you get a house fire, you're having problems getting your insurance, or you don't have insurance, you're trying to, get some of that FEMA money, you're probably going to want to call these guys at 601-352-2269, or visit the website at www.mississippicenterforjustice.org. And don't forget the justice. Wow, look at that. We ran 12 minutes. Are we making any money? Have y'all seen any advertisements? We had one or two people drop in. Mad Max Thrax. Just kind of hanging out. Sorry if I'm a little rough around the edges. They like that. I don't know why, but they do. By the way, COPPA protocols. This isn't for kids. We're still waiting on application to put my application into YouTube. I thought about going down there to California, and then I was like, man, I don't know if they offered me $1 million if I'd go down to California, All right, next up, Mississippi Center for Legal Services Corporation, MCLSC. The mission of the MCLSC is to serve eligible people who live in households with an annual income at or below 125% of the federal poverty guidelines and reside in the central and southern regions of Mississippi. The organization provides services in the following areas: law, consumer, education, employment, housing, family, income maintenance, health, individual and juvenile rights. So if you got a kid that's getting abused like I was, I had to go to alternative school, and you think you might be able to win a lawsuit. You'd be surprised. The right lawyer and the right case could make you rich. That's what they say. And we're going to go through actually how much money it costs if you want to avoid the lawyers. Like I said, I'm not going to give you all the pearls, because this is one of my missions that I haven't accomplished. I was able to accomplish a mission, New Year last year. It took me 6 fucking months of studying to figure out about, things that I'm just not going to say, because it'll really probably get you down. But if you want to get in touch with these people, I need you to call 1-800-498-1804 or visit www.mississippicenterforlegalservices.org. It looks like they've got a little bit of typo down in there. But I'm going to go ahead and when this thing's over with, I'm going to type it down there. This isn't really the type of video that I like doing, but you never know. People might like it. MC Law, McLaw. Forget about your McLaw. Mississippi College School of Law Clinical Programs. The Mississippi College School of Law offers clinical opportunities for students to serve low-income and disadvantaged people with adoption, family, HIV/AIDS, employment, and housing, discrimination, and youth court matters. Don't forget, AIDS stands for AI Die Slow. We don't need you AI robots. All right. To learn more about the clinical programs, call 601-925-7180 or visit law.mc.edu/academics/clinics. Watch out. The AIDS people just might bite you. All right. We got one right here. The Mississippi Workers Center for Human Rights Justice. Mississippi Workers Center for Human Rights. And before I even go any further, I want to tell you, if you're one of those in the 662s, kind of like me, it looks like most of these only cover southern Mississippi and Hinds and Rankin County. And I'm like, how do you, I'm not trying to throw stones, is how do you run an organization and only serve 3 counties? I mean, it just doesn't make any sense. I created companies that served more than that, and they blocked them. That's why I'm here today with you. And hell, look at, they're trying to impeach Trump. Not trying to drag the politics in, but, you can't do anything in America, it seems, without getting drugged into court. And you spend more time in court than you do working. And I said, if they're going to drag me into court, they'd better make it worth my while. I'm looking for $20 million. $20 million. Not even lawyer's fee. $20 million. And that's 20 pages down for 1 year. It's $1 million a year. $20 million. Basically, these people fight worker mistreatment. So if you're a worker that's getting stepped on, try not to snitch. Don't let them know, or they'll feed you through the machine. It gets legal advocacy for community education and outreach, and the development of indigenous worker leadership. Among the issues the organization addresses is unfair labor practices, employment discrimination, hostile work environments and hate violence, retaliation, sexual harassment, wrongful dismissals, and workplace safety and health hazards. If you want to hear about this Worker Center for Human Rights, call 662-334-1122. All right, we're about 20 minutes in, fellers, ladies, in-betweens, even AIDS people. Hey, let's share some needles, guy. Everybody's got AIDS. That's what South Park said. MVLP, Mississippi Volunteer Lawyers Projects. Mississippi Volunteer Lawyers Projects, or the MVLP, is a nonprofit legal organization dedicated to providing free legal services to low-income Mississippians with divorce, visitation, child support, guardianship. Whoa. Let me tell you something like that. Any deadbeat dad will tell you. The best way to deal with that is just sign your rights away. Buy some beer and forget about it. That way they don't come back and rape you. Take your money. I tell you what, I had to deal with a case like that once. And I was extorted for 6 months. We're not going to go into guardian ad litems and stuff. And I'm not going to mention anybody's name because they're cool. And if you talk about them, they get angry. But I'm going to tell you how a real child support case goes in Mississippi. And you can't get conned. You can't get duped. What they'll try to tell you is, they'll take a horny young boy, about 18 years old, and or younger than that, and they'll serenade you and they'll fuck you. They'll fuck you real good. And then they'll fuck you real good. That's how it works. You know. Oh, well, you just fucked me, and then I just be the donor. And, it gets in the head of a little kid, pretty much. I mean, 18 years old, you don't know no better. So you go and you're like, okay, I won't have to worry about this. We'll just fuck. Turn it into a kinky night. Well, let me tell you what happens. Later on down the road, mama's baby, daddy's maybe. But when they get on food stamps, they get on TANF, and they start sucking money out of the system starts looking to bill somebody. And some people didn't abide by their agreements, and they snitched. And they wanted to come to me. And they wanted to sick me with the bill. And that's what happened, because they couldn't keep their fucking mouth shut. So I had to pay. Daddy had to pay, for the record. And they wouldn't let Daddy see you anyway. They wanted the baby. They didn't want the daddy. The baby's all mine. Daddy can take a fucking hike. And if he doesn't like it, we'll get somebody to whack him. That's how they do. That's the real reality of it. And you're going to have to get a guardian ad litem, some bum to come in and search your house and ask questions. And then the whole time you can wait. You got to wait 6 months before the legal proceedings. And then, you do anything wrong, well, hell, I just won't show up to court. I just won't show up to court. That's how women do you. They're worse than men. I'd rather get beat on than deal with a fucker like that. But if you need help with that, like I said, I got out. You just got to wait. It's like a ticking time bomb. 601-960-9577. Or visit www.mvlp.org. They call me a deadbeat dad. I said, hey, Daddy never chose a Budweiser over you. Your people chose a Budweiser over Daddy. Daddy can be sober. Daddy was sober. They lied to you. Anyway, next one. North Mississippi Rural Legal Services, NMRLS. The mission of the NMRLS is to serve eligible people who live in households with an annual income at or below 125% of the federal poverty guidelines and reside in the northern regions of Mississippi. This organization provides services in the following areas of law: elder care, family, housing, employment, tax, domestic violence, foreclosure prevention, and consumer-related issues. And I'm going to tell you something about the elder care. People say, oh, elder abuse. I said, people are really bent out of shape over child abuse. I said, elder abuse and child abuse are kind of like one and the same. They're just not cool, man. I mean, nobody likes dealing with kids. They shit, they fart, they stink, they're annoying. And nobody likes old people. I mean, they complain, they got fucking Alzheimer's, they swill down thousands of dollars worth of pills on the back of the taxpayers. And they don't even remember your fucking name, when you walk out the door. But that's not an excuse to abuse them. And it says more about you than it does them when you're an abuser. Abusers aren't cool. So just try to be cool and you won't have to worry about going to court. over that. As I'm telling you, buddy, you go to court over that, you're gonna do some time, and you're gonna pay some money, and that's why, like I said, it's dangerous. I'd rather speak to my kids through this computer. And let's be honest, if things would have gone the other way, Daddy would be speaking to you through glass in jail. Not that you'd ever even fucking know he even existed. So, we're all the way down to the Southern Poverty Law Center, SPLC. The Mississippi office of SPLC works to community organizing, litigation, legislative advocacy, training, and technical assistance. Call 601-948-8882 or visit splcenter.org. If I missed any of these things or I kind of went over, don't worry. I'm going to go in and type all the links. That way you don't even have to watch the fucking video. All the links are down there. How about that? Am I good to you? Am I good to you? I hope. I try to be a patriot when I can. Clinical programs. Now this is all messed right here. This is the rebels. All the lawyers come out of this school. Learning through service, criminal appeals, child advocacy, elder law, externships, housing, MacArthur, pro bono initiatives, street law, tax law, transactional, and Mississippi Innocence Project. This University of Mississippi School of Law clinical programs offers clinical opportunities for law students to serve low-income disadvantaged people across Mississippi and affect systematic change through policy, incentives, and reform projects. I tell you what, you won't see a low-income person at Ole Miss. Nothing but a bunch of rich punks. I would go as far to say rich white punks, but I don't want to be racist. They tried to turn it to a brown bear, which I like Old Reb. I think that's, we don't like turning it that way, but I think it's a universal thing. Black, white, Mexican, Asian, Jew, Gentile, it's rich against poor. And if you go up to one of those khaki-wearing, blue-eyed, blonde-hair motherfuckers and ask them to help you out, you're going to end up in a jail cell. That's how they make their money, fucking the poor. They've done it so long. I mean, they haven't even changed the bills, the laws. I've tried to change them for years, and I was banned on Facebook. They said, where's the lawyers now? You want to take my money. They're in it for the money. They're not in it for the change. Whoever told you that's a fucking liar. And I lost a lot of respect for lawyers. I said, the lawyers and the judges, not the cops, not the crooks, are what's wrong with this fucking state. Get rid of the judges, get rid of the lawyers, get rid of these legislative bodies, these puppet legislative bodies. They're milking you. They're milking the system. They've got no reason to change it. They make too much fucking money. So, like I said, it's got a lot of people leaving the state. I would leave the state, but I don't like quitting. I wanted to build these companies, and I wanted to leave something to the state. I wanted to go to Mississippi State. I've been to the state penitentiary, the state mental ward. I want to go to the state college. And I'll leave you guys with the keys to the business, and I'm fucking gone. That's the goal. But these people work on, like I said, child advocacy and criminal appeals, elder law. If you got a problem, somebody's abusing, you think your elder's getting abused, you better get in touch with them because, buddy, I heard some radical tales. I mean, before they get in full rigor, they'll run them until they die. They had a guy who was about dead. He was there on the gurney. and they're pumping oxygen in, and his body's just coming up and down off the gurney. I got him on more drugs than ever, and they just bill the taxpayers. I mean, they'll give him every drug there is. They don't give a fuck. They'll suck your inheritance dry. And when you run out of money, they're going to get rid of you. That's when they pull the plug. Once they've sucked you dry, that's when you go into the box. You know, we're a leading state. I mean, that's all we do is hospice. That's all we do in Mississippi is hospice. It's the leading retirement state. You know, and if you're a young person, they're gonna fuck you. They spend their little money that they get off of their military check and they fuck you. And they make you work in their factories. And if you're old, they suck you dry. So that's about how that goes. Again, we'll have all this information there at the bottom, and we're going to move on. Mr. Mimo here, he's got a letter from Bill Benson regarding the court fees. This is what you're going to look at if you are really thinking about suing a company. This is where the low-income man or woman is just stomped. You're taking on a major company like Facebook that is out in California. They're registered in Delaware. Anyone that knows anything about business is you don't register in the state you are, you register in Delaware. They've got the oldest laws and the best laws for business is in Delaware. And you get your registered agent out there and you pay a little money, and that's how they're able to zigzag around the system. But here it says, pursuant to Senate Bill 2827, which amended the Section 2579 Mississippi Code annotated 1972. They ain't done no work on their laws since the 70s. They ain't done no work. I said, well, what are we paying you people for? Nobody does anything. It's learned helplessness. Nobody gets active. Nobody gets into the community, and the ones that do, the one get bumped over the head. They knock them out. They burk them like white lightning. They wind up in a cesspool somewhere. The fee for filing any case in the Lee County Chancery Court will be $146, effective January 1st. If you have any questions, call 662-432-2100. So you tell me, how is a man on a fixed income with $700 a month that they fined me $400 for pissing up against a dumpster because they didn't have the faculties? The courthouse is falling to pieces. And the walls are bleeding through. You want me to come up with $146, which I can do and be broke. I said, what is, that's where it says, what is that man thinking down there in California? He is a sick, sadistic bastard. And I'm not going to say who. It could be any of them. They're more interested in Ferraris and building walls around their houses and stepping on the working poor and I don't know, stockpiling weapons. We don't know. Mapping faces, stealing souls. Just getting rid of all the poor people. They don't like poor people. And they really don't like Hicks. They really don't like Hicks. So we're down to the last 2 pages, buddy. Free legal clinics in Northeast Mississippi. This is this year, 2020 legal clinic. So I attended one clinic. They don't really do you much. They get a bunch of bums in monkey suits that tell you it's just a way to advertise their business. I went down there about the felonies, and they'll tell you, well, we can't expunge that felony. All right. Well, what can you do? You want me to squat and cough, and you won't do a fucking thing. They're all a bunch of bums. But February 11th at 1 p.m., the Tishomingo County Courthouse in Iuka. Pretty much what you can expect is you'll find a bunch of lawyers and you'll be able to ask them questions. I recommend these things. April 30th at 1 p.m., Union County Chancery Building in New Albany. That's another one, legal clinic. May 4th, 1 p.m., Monroe County Chancery Building in Aberdeen. I'm like, holy shit, the damn world will be over by the time they get this case rolling. That's their strategy. They stall, they take lunch. You gotta see the lawyers. You gotta see these railroad towns at the fucking bar. That's what they call it, the bar, literally. And all they do is drink. And they abuse poor women. And they abuse poor workers. And that's how they afford their beer. We pay their bill, their beer bill. And they say they pay my beer bill. I said, you ain't paying enough. June 9th, 1 p.m., Lee County Justice Center. If you're still here in Tupelo, buddy, that's one to go to on the 9th. July 28th, 1 p.m., Prentiss County Government Annex Courtroom in Boonville. August 11th, 1 p.m., Alcorn County Chancery Building in Corinth. September 3rd, 1 p.m., Pontotoc County Chancery Building in Pontotoc. And October 27th, 1 p.m., Lee County Justice Center. On November 19th, 1 p.m., Itawamba County Courthouse. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of these events. And they are free legal clinics. They got local attorneys. That's the only thing they claim is good. They got to do pro bono. Lawyers have to, supposedly, do at least a certain amount of free cases a year. They don't have to, but they have to. I think it's like doctors. When doctors go into residency, okay, doctors have to do certain things. So if you're not in with the lingo, the legal lingo, you better get your fucking game up. And I'm promising you, because it's ruined my life. I mean, if I had a good lawyer, we could really rip the teeth out of these bastards. $20 million, and they don't do nothing. They're bums. I told them, I said, I got a $20 million lawsuit. You fix one fucking lawsuit, you'll never have to work again. I mean, if I knew somebody that I said, man, this guy wants $20 million, buddy, I'd jump and click heels. They won't do it. They won't do it. And I got boxes and cases of evidence. I got files, I got videos, I got all kinds of evidence. Anyway, call the Family Resource Center, 662-844-0013. Call the courthouse in Alcorn County, 662-286-7700, and ask for Greg Younger. And if you're in Itawamba County, ask for Michelle Klaus. And she's the Itawamba County clerk, 662-862-3421. And believe it or not, she used to be my English teacher. And I had a crush on her back then. But she's married. I don't want to be like that. We'll see you around on the next episode.